Unsinkable Eville. I remember the future. It was once a glorious thing. Flying cars would zip through the sky and Marty McFly would teach me how to hoverboard over water. That memory was promised to me as a child, a vision scrawled on pages that would ensure that no one would go hungry, and tattoos could be done painlessly in 25 seconds. It is odd, I should say, that I live in the future of that child. 2020 seems like something that would scroll across the bottom of a dystopian movie so frightening that robots would crush skulls underfoot to the tune of da-dum-dum-da-dum, da-dum-dum-da-dum. But here I am, walking at the intersection of Walnut and Garvin, carrying the same sugary drink from 25 years ago, and a mountain of unrealized potential. Personally, I hate June in Evansville. When we're not in a thunderstorm warning, the heat index is pushing 100. A lot of the times, like today, it is both. Humidity creeps down my lower back, eventually residing in a location my friends and I lovingly refer to as swamp ass. But you soldier on and endure, because driving 2 blocks for ski just feels reckless. The sidewalk claps beneath my feet as I wait at the stoplight. On Walnut, a car can appear out of nowhere, causing you to run for your life. So I wait. I wait for the red hand to turn into the green walking man that I am. But as it does, and I step onto the street, something odd happens. In the crosswalk, I stop. A blue truck pulls from behind me and into my personal space. We both awkwardly dance to see who is avoiding who. I decide to stop and let him by, be the bigger man, regardless of who has the right of way. That's when he decides to make it his personal mission to educate the world of their ineptitude. I have the light, buddy! The gray-haired man screams from the rolled-down window of his truck. What the hell is wrong with you? I shout, perplexed at the simplicity of selective vision. If you have the light, that means I have the light. That's how crosswalks work. And with an entitled grin, he replies, No, you don't, buddy. And he shakes his head before speeding off to wait at another stoplight. I stand, completely perplexed at people. This was not the future I remember. As I start to walk, I feel the ground crumble. It shakes, and I try to maintain my balance as the pavement starts to give way underfoot. Before I react, terra firma opens wide and I fall. I glance down, trying to grab a hold of anything as brilliant lights stream forth from all around me. Like the sun itself was being eaten below my feet. And like the aftermath of a hot wing challenge, it too spews a beam of electric light straight into the heavens. I fall deep down, splashing through waves of rainbiotic chaos. It pulls me deeper as I reach up, grasping that last bit of the sun, hoping to save it for later. The whirlpool beneath the road sends me spiraling through the endless void of outdated sewer systems. I shudder to open my eyes in such muck, but when I do, I am greeted by a brilliant orchestra of light. The heavens of the cosmos open their gates all around me as I traverse through the Milky Way in a wormhole of enlightenment. I zip by Mars, waving to Olympus Mons. The rings of Saturn reach out to give me a high five. Uranus does its thing. Time tears open through the void as the furthest reaches of my memory barf onto the night sky as eloquently as Van Gogh with a brush. My first fish, Terrence, being eaten by my first cat, Holden Caulfield. My first kiss with Tamara Peppercorn before my first heartbreak. They stretch and creak through my mind as I try to project something without such sorrow. There I sit, 11 years old, dreaming of a better future in front of my Aunt Chrissy's TV. Losing terribly in Street Fighter 2. Before my parents' divorce, but after my best friend Max died. The tears rained down, dotting the ether with new stars, each shining more brilliant than the last. At the end of Memory Road, I can see my final destination. Black beyond my wildest imagination, it stretches out in the furthest reaches of reality. It pulls me in. My bones stretch as I pass beyond its event horizon, and like before, I reach out for one last bit of light before the darkness swallows me whole. It dumps me back in the whirlpool. I thrash about, gasping for air before eventually making it to the rocky crag that will suffice as a shore. The tempest subsides. as I am able to free myself from its wrath. My hand meets pavement as I pull myself out. Drenched and exhausted, I roll onto the surface like a beached whale, or honestly, anytime I try to get out of a pool without a ladder. Honk! A car horn blares at me. Honk, honk! I look up, back into the sky. Vehicles stop all around as I lay back on the pavement that had once betrayed me. Catching my breath, I roll over to the sidewalk before righting myself, sitting on the curb. What the hell was all that about? I yell, looking at the person-sized sinkhole from which I just came. Aw, damn it. I lost my soda. The end.